FM brings you all the stories. Kidin FM News, proudly sponsored by MTN.
Osmosis again.
Osmosis tried to pay. Money wasn't enough. He checked every pocket. Money wasn't enough. Osi we're sorting it. Maybe Momo we're sorting it.
Esente zawe zaba zitakumara inongeraho na Momo Advance. Kozesa Momo app ningo mige star MMK5 star itano hash okushashura ebishare okusindika sente ningo kugura za bando yesotinge na Momo inkora n'ubushoshoreche nibikuratirwa MTN Momo nereberwa banki nkuru ya Uganda.
Kianchi Karuguza bakurete promotion yo mwaka guno muyaka kujanja bibwa
habuli ndwaire ha mitwaro mukaga ni 15 zonka kuletere kome kikebera buli nyakalingo yendwaire ha sentezo pressure ulcers ensigo omutima obune amani gekazine kisaija kuterwa omutwe kulemera mu nsonga kurumwenderalera buli katundu kona bakuletere green tea okarwara maino obaga kaguba ijaba kujanja
tukusuburira cyane mbazi tugisaze ucweka tano hakikumi emitwaro mukaga so kutandika odozi ya uboka kiri burwaire bwawe
basange Karuguza urabire hatandi Big Bank amajaki kada hahina welding balirana ba complex guest house nekipande no banokiro bakora mandi paka sandi haziro msanju munana mukaga 13 oba 070 rwenda tane mu 023 nitwe abatiyanshi Karuguza ija tukwijanja
For how Chinese bantu bangi muno ohulira kyansimba hano nkwata hamugongo ekifuba kikuremera oburumi munyingomu baitu hati wekwata ba for how Chinese bamuni bayijanja banokira kimo ebirwaire no biraga nenkoro yawe yekikugu bayine byoma ebya meridian therapy nibikonyera okwigula binywa kutereza migongo alinya bakusasa nibakumara mu busase bona bwino munyingo hati nywa bakuzimbe bigere mugenda mubayikire nibakora handwereza maiso nibajanja basukali harusazi okwetaga kusara size okendezo munyeto gwine oyinekizibu kyo kusanyarara hamuna inywa bateirwe stroke niba batereze ni mugaruko kurungi muno aba for how Chinese hano mukaruguza basange amhanda gwa kizizi ogugenda vision hakyomba ko kyakona house hayine ichundiro lya magiteri yaka opposite Millennium Guest House rundi baterera namba ze simu 0 kinana na mnana musanjira musanju asatu na mnana na 0 mwenda nkaga na ibiri kinana na isatu anna nemu for how Chinese hamuno bujanja byo burungi
zikire ibireze kiro ohulirize kedial 10 fama akaire kanu nikakuletewa
MTN.
Esente zawo zikuba zitarukumara nozongeraho na Momo Advance wekonyeze Momo app runo miga sita MMK5 star itanu hashi oyongereho kandi osasule bills sindika sente rundo gule bundles wesotinga na Momo.
MTN
Uganda nirebererwa kitongole cha Uganda Communications Commission.
Museveni describes Besigye's hunger strike as blackmail. The Mexico Development Foundation commissions two facilities worth 23 million shillings constructed at St. Francis Primary School. Premier Byakutaga tips newly appointed Toro Kingdom Premier on household incomes, culture, and the US and Russia will appoint team to negotiate ending Ukraine war, US says after talks. These are more stories next in the detail. A very good evening. It is 8:08 p.m. My name is Deo Asiimwe. Now the news in detail. President Museveni has finally addressed the ongoing detention of his former physician turned politician or political opponent, Dr. Kizza Besigye. In a statement released by the Presidential Press Unit, President Museveni today described Dr. Besigye's hunger strike at Luzira prison, where he has been held for the past 3 months, as an attempt to blackmail the courts into granting him bail. Ever since the frail Besigye appeared in court last week, his pictures have made rounds on social media, prompting condemnations from the wide and far. Politicians, religious leaders, cultural leaders and other ordinary Ugandans have called for the release of Dr. Besigye to avert what they say is a real possibility of him dying in prison. But President Museveni says instead of calling for his release, they should push for him to get a speedy trial. Museveni maintains that Besigye is being accused of very serious offences he is alleged to have been planning. However, notes that the process of transferring files from the military courts to civilian courts is underway, and therefore Besigye should wait and present his case. The Mexico Development Foundation, a non-government organization, has today commissioned and handed over 2 facilities it has constructed at St. Francis Nazarene Primary School in Inkondo Kakidamu Village, Matale Sub-County in Kibale District, with financial support from toaid.org. The facilities include a 4-stance pit latrine and 30,000-litre capacity water tank at the school, all valued at 23 million shillings. Patrick Igadia, the finance officer at Mexico, on behalf of the organization, handed over the facilities to the school administration with a call for them to ensure proper handling of the facilities for longevity.
Mwibara Mexico Development Foundation ingonza kutwara omugisa guno okubakwasa etanke eno omutongole kandi itugonza okubasaba facility eno mugirolere kurungi nuko mutagiyeta kandi etanke ya Mexico aho kubene etanke eno yanyu Director waitu atero bijunanizibwa okutoza sente za ruga aheru ya mahanga yazireta hano. So director ningoza kusaba nayo omuntekaniza yawe utikega akasente akwa akarepeyazi omuntekaniza yawe kitaide kinde kigwabugwa utamanyire musobore kurorera niko buhereza ubugendo mu maiso. Ingonza kutwara omugisa gono okuba kwaso omutongole latrine eno kandi ninyongera okubasaba okugirolera kurongi niko abana baitu baikale obuyonjo bwabo buli kurongi.
Dr. Emily Kugonza, the Member of Parliament for Uyenja East constituency, who doubles as the Executive Director at Mexico Development Foundation, advises parents to continue supporting the education of their children, and this will be possible only if they establish income-boost enterprises at their homes. He emphasizes the need for parents to train children's skills to make handcrafts like mats, ropes, baskets, among others, in order to promote cultural traditions, impact them with good morals for a bright future.
Itwena tugumizemo okwerera abana kandi abazaire mwijukengu buli mwaka enyagesa ejja kuba neyongera byenyagesa nibyongera kuba nibyongera omusente ekigwani sangu tutekwa kwantu koraki nitukora na amani yego emihanda kandi tujumbire ebintu byone bikusa kuombeka niko turolengo wakoraki wasobora kuba ntusomesa abana bayi kandi omwana wamaza kumutandikisa esomero ruwanira kimu orolengo akumarayo that skill eri alengo ruhaiguru era tutayikirize katufuwa abana tubasomese byemkono kandi obandi kandi cyo kikwijja kuba kiyo bugayiga bwabo abakyara baitu abanyoro banyu mugama mu kubenda kurungi muno kandi ayo nsonga nkuru mubende baitu bwakusanga obayirotereze kurungi emeza ngaita atakusanga na karona akariya na akamaramu naye ati mumanyire nkora yaite yaki yakara nko tuwakoraga watungaga bitambara baitu kurungi.
The school administrators, parents and pupils led by Francis Baguma, the school director, have applauded Dr. Emily Kugonza for his lobbying and efforts to have the multi-million facilities constructed at the school to improve hygiene and sanitation of the pupils.
Kusime ekyo kubanza abokutuhereza ekyombeko ekya toilet hamwe na tanga webale muno webale ddala
kusima Dr. Emily Kugonza habokutuombekera tanka ya maizi omubwire bwenjura ntulema kutaliba na kutambula olugendo luraira abokutuombekera toyi etiyamba mukumu obuyonjo
yatukolera ebintu bingi yatukola na Sarwell tukumusima taina bugarukiro yebale kutusageka kandi yebale kutugonza
ebisembe byatuhereize bijja kutuyamba muno omukwega kwa abana baitu nomunatinka amaizi abana baitu bani bagenda haiziba obwire bwa kirasi
obutandukanye bubarabaho nibasaba kusangana obutandu obundi baitu habwa hati bobututungira amaizi gaturi hayi abana baitu bajya kwega kurungi kandi bakwate kurungi obwire omukirasi batayineki kubatarubaniza kandi biri abiri na mukaga busaho nomo akujja kwemeraho ogende maiso akiki.
Away from that, Reverend Father John Mary Mugabe has summoned the public to repent, serve God and embark on good deeds on earth as part of the strategies to strive for heaven. Father Mugabe made the remarks in his preaching in Kiakacholi Sel, Kakindo Town Council in Kakumiro District, while at the send-off ceremony of a renowned 66-year-old Kakindo Health Center for cleaner, Maria Begura, who succumbed to hypertension. KDR's correspondent Tom Kiamanyo is online with more details on this story.
Mugabe nagirangu abantu tibasemerire okufina urufu n'okufwa abokuba kirikiragiro kuruga hari mukamaruhanga ekikuru kuri kwikara tutekanize obwire bona n'okwerabya kurungi hari bagenzi baitu Father no anyakubaire nakonyerwaho bwana mukuru w'ikigo kino cya Katindo Reverend Father Manyeki Edward hamwe na Father Rosiko Tinkasimire lecturer wa St. John Bosco Seminary hamwe na Father Chaligonza Tom bwana mukuru wa Birembo Catholic Parish aisanize muno mugenzi Begura anyakubaire mukazi munyadini Kongoba yamarira Father no natima omutuze asaba Francis hamwe n'abagenzi be abo kwijanja bakurungi mama wabo okisini sakatifu right honorable prime minister Nabanja Robina ombutumwabwe onyakumusomire omukuru si Michael Yombo mukuru w'entebe ya Kasatu abegoma lene ya Katindo kana nyakwahire yambiko y'emtwara 3 aisanize muno omugenzi Begura abo emirimo akolire ensenu kandi nokuba munyadini omurungi kandi yasaba abantu okukoragana kurungi kandi okukora n'amani omukuru w'isozeri yabugangazi wekiti kandi minister we yemirimo n'embirata okisa kwedi byamkama airizembiko yakayikurukamu kandi yaterera abantu okuba n'ekyo kwege kyamani amugenzi ono na muno ekyo kugonza abagenzi be ebikonge nyamungi kurugo musonda inazensi abanyadini abarukwakana kaikire hamukoro guno abakebyara cyamya tomu cyakacyose Kakindo Town Council umukoza kakumira.
Thank you so much, Tom Kiamanyo, for that report. Now, crossing over to Hoima, the Prime Minister of Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom, Andrew Byakutaga, has tipped the newly appointed Toro Kingdom Prime Minister Calvin Armstrong Ruomiri on promoting culture through improving household incomes of the people. Byakutaga made the remarks today while meeting a delegation from Toro Kingdom at the Kingdom headquarters in Hoima City. Byakutaga told Ruomiri to emphasize the strengthening of household incomes of the people of Toro Kingdom by borrowing a leaf from what Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom is doing, like setting up demonstration farms, encouraging coffee growing, lobbying farm inputs to farmers, among others.
So we find Masomo Kabali University, which has been supporting the Bunyoro Kitara, taking our semester to Bunyoro to Kwako. I think we had even offered kukama kuona scholarships za vana vakwenda kwenda kusoma kuegesa kurumwa rukoro, but also that now they're not really coming out. So it's one area we have to collaboration for collaboration and also put out of emphasis our language because of other influences, social media, and so on and so forth. The language is really getting affected. So if we don't put in a lot of effort to support already existing efforts, to be a big chance. So something we've been really discussing here at our level. We want to
In his remarks, Calvin Ruomiri Armstrong says that the two kingdoms need to work together to promote culture and solve identical problems the kingdoms are facing, like school dropouts, diseases such as HIV, stroke, AIDS, among others.
Toro na Bunyoro, toro tukaruga Bunyoro. So hanu mizize hanu hamiri maybe no kera yetu. Hanu twija no wega na ibino yongeza hamani muirakali ya abantu betu abatoro urulimo runyoro toro kwa hamya ngeso zemerwa nganda kwegesa nganda kumanya kike ko manyire kikire kyange kandi nebikwatu ebindi byarugaga Bunyoro amakonderi urunyege tukebwamo rundi tukahindura mtu abasemezamo kera so kwegesa nganda twine ibizibu kandi bisana abana baitu amasomero turalengo bagaruka amasomero kyonka kandi begenda imyeze abalimi baitu tubatungire fertilizers, quality seeds, umulimo go kama go kafoka go kusaka, so twine kubazana ba partners baitu turolengo ibintu byaka mu makagaitu.
Henry Mutegeki Basaliza, the Deputy Prime Minister of Toro Kingdom, says that the collaboration of the two kingdoms will foster their growth in a short time.
Kurakurana mukama wa Toro, kurakurana mukama wa Bunyoro, iti haro ikisokwega mukama wa Bunyoro, nayi haro ikisokwega mukama wa Toro. So we shall borrow from here, borrow from some other institutions to really to akwataniza tukorehamu. Kandi korahamu ngobukama kintu cyamana muno ni ndora hande taliyo ikoragana witito turakwataniza tukakorahamu nini hera tuja kuri juma mubwire butariwaha.
Other members of Toro Kingdom delegation included Bernard Kato Rwakatale, Helpat the Musuga, Silas Ruhweza, the Deputy Information Minister, and Joan Else Kanto, the Minister of Tourism. Now, the Kasangati Chief Magistrates Court has once again adjourned the case in which former Kampala Capital City Authority KCCA top officials face 57 counts related to Kite's landfill tragedy that claimed more than 30 lives. The accused former Executive Director Dorothy Kisaka, her Deputy Engineer Edward Sali Luyimbazi, and the Director of Public Health, Dr. Daniel Okello, are out on bail. Today, Chief Magistrate Beatrice Kainza adjourned the matter to 26th of next month after the prosecution informed the court that the state is not ready to proceed, citing ongoing key inquiries. However, the defense team led by Apollo Makowe expressed frustration over the repeated delays, arguing that the prosecution had previously stated it was ready to proceed with the charges when charges were read, yet it continued to delay the trial, denying the accused justice. He urges the court to consider this the final judgment, and in response, prosecutor Betty Twindu Kirwa assured the court that evidence will be disclosed as soon as inquiries are complete, requesting for more time to finalize the process.
You are still listening to KDR News Broadcast. This is the news on the international scene.
The US and Russia will appoint teams to negotiate ending the Ukraine war, the US State Department says, following high-level talks in Saudi Arabia. The 4-hour meeting was positive, constructive, a Russian at the talks says. Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov met US Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Neither Ukraine nor Europe were invited. The Kremlin said Vladimir Putin is prepared to speak to Vladimir Zelensky if necessary. Zelensky has repeatedly said he won't recognize a peace deal negotiated without Ukraine. Dear listener, it is 15 minutes past 8 p.m. We'll take a quick look on the top stories as we wind up today's evening cast. Museveni describes Besigye's hunger strike as blackmail. UNESCO Development Foundation commissions 2 facilities worth 23 million shillings constructed at St. Francis Primary School. Premier Byakutaga tips newly appointed Toro Kingdom Premier on household incomes and culture. And the US and Russia will appoint teams to negotiate ending Ukraine war, US says after talks. And that marks the end of today's evening bulletin. My name is Deo Asiimwe. I wish you the best of your evening and good night.
From all over the world, local, regional, national and international, KDR FM brings you all the stories. KDR FM News, world's proudly sponsored by MTN.
Osmosis again. Osmosis try to pay. Money wasn't enough. He checked every pocket. Money wasn't enough. Osi we sorting it. With the momo we sorting it.
esente zawe zaba zitakumara iyongeraho na momo advance. Kozesa momo app ningo mige star emwe mukaga 5 star 5 hash okushashura ebishare okusindika sente ningo kugura za bando yesotinge na momo. Inkora n'ubushoshoreke nibikuratirwa MTN momo nereberwa banki nkuru ya Uganda.
Tiyanchi Karuguza bakurete promotion yo mwaka guno myaka kujanjabibwa
habulindwa ile hamitwaro mukaga ni 15 zonka kuletere kome kikebera buli nyakalingo yendwa ile hasentezo pressure ulcers ensigo omutima obune amani gikazi nekisaija kuterwa omutwe kulemera mu nsonga kurumwenderalera buli katundu kona bakuletere green tea okarwara maino obaga kaguba ija bakujanja
tukusuburira cyane mbazi tugisaze ucweka 5 hakikumi emtwaro mukaga so kutandika odozi ya uboka kiri burwanyire bwawe
basange Karuguza urabire hatandi Big Bank amajya kikada hahi na welding balirana ba complex guest house nekipande no banokiro bakora mandi paka sandi haziro msanju munana mukaga 13 oba 070 rwenda tane mu 023 nitwe abatiyanshi Karuguza ija tukwijanja.
For how Chinese bantu baingi muno ohulira kyansimba hano nkwata hamugongo